minutes in.
I don't forget. I just I don't remember on time.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Totally different things.
Oh wow! There are so many people already waiting.
How many people we got?
It says 14.
Damn, see, that's good. There's 12 last time I checked.
Well, hey, there we go. We got some dedicated viewers tonight. How is everybody doing?
Right away,
Parrothead, save the Ludicolo for when Aura joins the stream. He'll be on a little bit later. Did you hear from Wow Just Wow?
I'm actually going to check right now. I had that tweet all ready to send, and then I did, and I forgot. I'm surprised you can hear from him.
Zvez Windrunner. So I'm going by the icon that you're a Warcraft fan. Sylvanas is okay. I think her character kind of just went. I think she was more interesting earlier on. Billy Bob, my computer crashed right before I got here. I thought I was going to be late. You're good. Kat, hello. How are you doing? Ravenous, I see that you were in the chat. Jay London, how you doing, buddy? We had Zordon YouTube and Kurogani Uzumaki shouting, "Let me in!"
Is he in? Oh yeah. No, I thought you said Aura for a second. He's not going to be on. He's got his kid.
Who? Aura?
Wow, just wow.
I was about to say, I didn't even know that Aura had a kid.
Secret life, secret double life.
No worries. War and Corruption, how you doing, buddy? OMG, so much has happened today. Kat, what has happened today? Tell us about your life. Tell us all the things that are going on with you.
I know Maya was going apeshit on Twitter at pretty much everyone.
Oh, she was? Oh, yeah. Poor baby. You know, she's going to be really upset on Thursday.
She privated her account again now.
Oh, boy. That's not going to help you out, Maya. So, guys, everybody joining the chat, let's just be very clear. Steve spent weeks digging around to prove something very essential to this entire thing. And on Thursday, we'll be dropping it on the stream. We'll going over Westmost video. So make sure that you are here for that. I think you're all going to be very entertained by what Steve was able to dig up. Steven, any spoilers you want to give the chat? Any little taste of the action?
It's gonna be a game changer. It's gonna shut West down probably. We'll see. You'll see. I'm excited though.
I think I'll do a little bit more than shut West down, but
here's like a little taste of what she was tweeting today.
I guess I'm the first 20-year-old to fly to different states and countries with a warrant.
So I think that's her admitting she has a warrant out for her arrest.
Nah, I mean, she could. It's her way of being a sarcastic cunt. Maya, you're on video stating that you had to burn a hard drive down for your illegal activities. Shut the fuck up. Seriously, you're on video. You're on video because, and I do love it. Only because the whole revenge porn stuff, right? The expectations of privacy. She keeps getting recorded doing shit.
I think she turned that fucking camera off. She's like James Soroka that way.
I'm blown away by how stupid this girl is. But I do like some of the arguments that I've heard exposing that she was a cam girl when nobody knew she was a cam girl. You just had her name that she was a cam girl. But that's not revenge porn. I'd be like I religiously watch porn, and then one day I walk into like my local grocery store or something, and I see the porn actress is working there, and I say, "Hey, aren't you?" And she goes, "That's revenge porn."
Right?
You guys, like the way that they are willing to stretch this shit is just, oh man, I love it. I really do. It's like it's the funniest shit that I've seen in a long time.
I didn't know YouTube worked like this.
I subscribe to the channel at Crow. Oh, thank you so much for subscribing.
I like your profile pic. That this
Zordon.
I was gonna call it Spider-Man lightning bolt, but it's Power Ranger lightning bolt.
Wait, did you just say Spider-Man lightning bolt?
Yeah, my brain doesn't work too well.
Yeah, I was about to say, what the fuck? I thought you were like, at least say Shazam.
It's melting.
Detective Steve, yes, Steve. Aura's telling us to save it. Don't worry, guys. Just remember, tune in on Thursday, and you will have your fucking minds blown. And I want everybody to clip that segment of the stream, let you know when, and I want you to post it everywhere. I want you to tell everybody what Steve was able to find on Thursday.
You're gonna get 1 billion subs. No, it's not about
that. Olive Warrior, what's up? Let's see.
What did we forget?
Jack Frost, you weren't already subbed? Did you just sub?
Hey Crow, someone wasn't subbed to me the other night.
Oh fuck yeah!
What was that about?
I'm just joking. No, it's, to be honest with you, it was between you or Chris Anonymous, and he has the better intro.
I get it.
Is Wes a scumbag? Oh, hey Colton. No,
He had a timeline. He had a deadline. He met his deadline.
Yeah, people were telling him to cover the subject. It was blowing up. He wanted to get a video out on it. He didn't do any research. There were certain things that he does not want us misquoting him. So we'll give his actual answers to the questions that we asked him and read them out so that everyone can see it. But my understanding is he didn't feel it was necessary to dig too deep into certain inconsistencies in the stories. And I think a lot of that is because he kind of already had his mind made up. He wanted to get the video out.
Well, and I also know that I don't know if he was paying per hour for the attorney he had on side, but he was waiting for questions answers. I'm just trying to be unbiased. What do you mean? That he had an attorney?
He told everybody that attorney was his good friend.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you're not supposed to tell everybody he was paying for the attorney.
Was he or wasn't he? I don't know. If he's his friend, I doubt he did. I doubt he paid for it if it was his friend. No, his friend.
Sorry, he actually told us in the questionnaire that he paid for the attorney's legal advice.
I didn't know that. You didn't give me the answers to the questionnaire.
I mean, we'll okay. All right, well, the Crow exposed, whatever. We'll actually be going we'll be going over all this on Thursday. Don't worry. Colton, who did Steve find dirt on? Oh, buddy, it's not dirt. It's I would say it's a cleansing agent. It's just going to wipe away a lot.
The opposite of dirt.
Yeah, it'll be wiping away a lot of the bullshit going on. The Quartering made a video of the Chris Hansen story, and I kind of figured he is neutral when I told him that Repsion has done very shitty actions, as well as the racist and transphobic comments. Honestly, I don't think Quartering really cares to cover Repsion.
I don't know. I think he'd cover anything. No offense to the guy. Yeah, and Kayla's right. We suck at spoilers, dude. I gave away a spoiler. I didn't even know there was. I was just guessing.
Right.
Fuck.
Tune in tomorrow to find out. Or we're doing the stream on Thursday. What are you smoking? We're doing Soroka Wacko Wednesdays. Come on, man.
Is he? I haven't. I gotta check my DMs. See if
he's just chilling in the chat. Okay, guys. So real quick before we hop into everything, we're waiting for Aura to join us. Tomorrow's Wednesday, Aura. Kayla, get him, drag him. We have some small announcements to make, and I actually want to get your opinion on it because I've never actually done one of these before.
Okay, whose opinion?
What?
Whose opinion? My opinion?
Your opinion, the chat's opinion. We have our very own Teespring store.
Oh, yes, let's see.
I get 10% off when you sign up. No, I don't care. All right, here, there we go. This is our Teespring store. Kat, we're using your banner because fucking awesome. But as you can see, we've got like a mug. We just got a bunch of t-shirts and hoodies. That one didn't come out properly.
I hate how you can't change the default colors. Like, you see all those are white. Why?
Yeah, well, I selected all the available color options for everything.
Same,
so,
and then they do white out of all the colors.
Yeah, I know.
White
look.
first.
Oh, look, man. So yes, we have a Teespring store. All of our merchandise is available on there. We are working on the Hood Rat hoodie. Unfortunately, the image it does not pop up the way that we want it to. And then this is my favorite one though. This little crow mug, right?
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, right. This is beautiful. You got a little crow drinking some tea. We got some other stuff coming up. But if you take a look at the link in the description, you will find that. You will also find a link to our Patreon. If you can help us out in any way, shape, or form, it is awesome. If you want to buy the mug, buy the mug. I think it's fucking great. The thing is, I did try to like keep the cost down on everything. I know that these are still a little bit high, especially for like the shirts and everything. Teespring's got like an insane markup. So I was setting it so that I can make like $2 on most things. Although some I did autofill, so I'll probably have to go back through and edit them out because I don't want you guys paying a ton of money for things, right? If you are interested in the merchandise, if you see something on there and you think it's like overly inflated, contact me immediately and I'll take a look at it and see if it just there's a bunch of stuff that I had to like click the edit and okay on everything. I'll be adding more stuff as we go too. Sorry, long explanation, but a lot of people like the mug.
It's a nice mug.
Yeah, GothicSushi made the mug. She made the image on the mug. Crow Lives Matter. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
This is my gripe with fucking Teespring, though. Like, you have to go through each one and set the like. It's so annoying. And then I do all that, and then it says, "It's like, no, guess what? We're not going to upload anything." I spent the whole morning trying to get Cat's design up on my Teespring, and it just wouldn't go. So now I got to spend all tomorrow morning trying to get that shit up. But once it is up, I'm gonna. It'll be good. Cat's art's dope.
Cat is amazing.
Yep.
But definitely check it out if you can. And there was one thing I really wanted to do, and I don't know if you guys will appreciate it or not. Again, I'm trying to make sure that everyone can be engaged with what we got going on. There's a lot of new joiners into our Discord server, so thank you. That was amazing. So I had this little funny idea for a new tier on Patreon. Steve, do you want to know what it's going to be called?
What are the other ones called? Let me see if I can guess.
If you're guessing off that, you're never going to guess this one.
Okay. I'll just the Bombstigate. I don't know. I'm really bad at guessing. What is it?
It will be the Orange Sandwich Club.
Oh, that's a good one. I probably could have maybe. Nah, I don't know. How much is that one? $20? Or is that the 15 one?
No, it's a $2 tier. I mean, it's all the same. It's kind of like a little joke thing, but I thought it would be funny. You get like all the same. Here, I'll just show it to you guys just so you can see it.
Chromosexuals, I like that. Spacey. That's dope.
I'm keeping that highlighted. Spacey. Spacey. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Let's see. There we go. So I didn't figure I'll put in the fancy text and everything, you know. But if you are a member of the Orange Sandwich Club for $2, and anyone who has been tier above that, so like War and Corruption, Ravenous Hound, Lauren, we'll do like a poll, right, for the people on Patreon. And the poll will basically be, you get to vote on what sandwich Aura is going to eat, right? We'll give some funny options. And whatever the expense is on the sandwich, I have to pay for it. That will be the Aura Sandwich Club. So you, by donating $2 to the Patreon, will actually ensure that I give Aura his monthly sandwich that I have owed him for years. It is the only way I will ever give that man a sandwich.
I hope he enjoys it.
I hope so too, because I have a feeling he's going to be really upset that I did that. Okay, guys. So, what are we all here for? Bacon, egg, and sauerkraut sandwich. Guys, let me know the worst sandwiches you can think of. Let me know the worst sandwiches you think you can think of. Because I was going to make one of them, the peanut butter and mustard sandwich.
Dude, that's a good sandwich. Peanut butter and tuna would be a bad sandwich.
Homosexuals unite. Fucking guys, you're great.
Or like peanut butter and mayonnaise. That would be a bad sandwich. But peanut butter and mustard, it gives it like a nice zing.
Peanut butter and mustard?
Peanut butter and mustard's okay.
Okay, but what needs to go on the sandwich? You got to be more clear here.
It's just peanut butter, mustard, some pickles maybe, and that's it. Get high and eat that sandwich and tell me it's not great. You got to toast it, make sure it's crunchy.
Or you got this covered. Make Aura eat a ketchup sandwich.
A ketchup sandwich.
Egg and peanut butter sandwich. Man, Kayla, you're mean.
Okay, yeah. See, that's a bad sandwich. That's like
and it can't be scrambled eggs either. It has to be sunny side up egg or sunny side up egg. That way, when he bites into it, like all the yolk mixes in with the peanut butter.
Soft boiled.
Oh god, that's even worse.
Right?
We probably do like a super spicy sandwich too. We'll figure it out. So
just hot peppers and lettuce.
That's fucked up. You guys are mean. Habanero sandwich. All it is just habanero peppers.
Habaneros, yeah. And maybe like one cucumber or something.
Olive Warrior, what did I miss?
Absolutely nothing. I don't think we're just going on about Teespring and sandwiches.
Yeah, you missed our new Teespring store, which the link is in the description. Everybody really likes the mug that we have. But we also have a $2 tier on Patreon. $2, and you get to vote on which sandwich I have to buy for Aura. And here's the thing. They're not all going to be jokes. We'll actually have like real sandwiches. We'll do votes for Rubens. We'll do votes for like a roast turkey sandwich with some ham, some nice fancy shit. We'll do some ones that will probably kill him, like the ghost pepper sandwich. That's fucked. That's fucked.
That's gonna hurt him. We don't want to hurt him.
We want to like gross him out, like peanut butter and mustard, like Steve keeps suggesting.
It's good. Trust. I'm gonna bring it on stream one day, and I'll eat it.
Can you guys eat before you come on stream? I ate already.
That's my fancy mug.
Oh, I like your mug.
Oh, thanks. I don't know what happened.
You're always hungry. No, Olive. I've owed Aura a sandwich for working with me for like the longest time, and I've refused to pay him. And most people already know about that. So what I did was I decided there will be a $2 tier on Patreon specifically to help Aura get his sandwich from me. But you guys, anyone in the $2 tier and up, will get to vote on what sandwich Aura eats, and I'll pay for whatever expense is needed to get that man his sandwich. You just need to let me know what you think he deserves. Does he deserve something elegant, something classy? Does he deserve something fancy like a banh mi sandwich, or do you want to punish him?
No, I like caviar with like saffron and gold flakes on the bread. The most expensive sandwich.
Call it the Sandwich Squad. It's the Aura Sandwich Club. I'm gonna call. You want to call it Sandwich Squad? I'll call it Sandwich Squad. It is dedicated to you, sir.
This is how we weed out new people. Be like, oh, you don't know what the sandwiches are? Sourdough bread, piece of steak, lettuce, and blue cheese.
Oh, fuck. I'm such an idiot. I put week. It's month. But each month. We could probably do like a weekly thing. Let's just see how it goes. If anyone joins that tier, right? Because we do have people in the upper tiers too that qualify for it. But if we get more people into that tier, we'll see how it goes. Go to Jimmy John's. We'll figure it out. We'll have some options. But you do need to be a member of the Patreon in order to engage in that one. So we'll plug our Patreon subscribers. Do not worry. Let's just get into it. Aura, I see you in the chat talking to Kayla.
Aw.
Where are you?
He's chilling. We're just gonna do some more of the pre-show.
Well, no, we need to talk about Chris Hansen. This guy's a fucking piece of shit. Chat, beautiful, wonderful people in chat. You're at work being a bad employee.
That's the best employee. Making sure that your number one job is taken care of.
Dude, yeah, we're the employees of this channel. We're the only two employees, and it is your number one job to keep this channel afloat. I don't know what you're doing on this other job, this fake job that you got, but
I'm not an employee. I do this for fun.
Be home soon. Aura, awesome. And Kayla's talking about milkshakes for some reason.
Oh, I need to get. Oh man, I need to get my things. They're in the other room.
Do you want to go over and grab those?
I was waiting for you to place them. Yeah. You want to tell them the story?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then interactive media. I am so confused by what you're saying here. Jackie Lou, job. Yeah. His job. Bob's and toast sandwich. No. That we're not trying to murder Aura. But we can have sandwich emojis. Okay, so Chris Hansen, chat. For those of you who may not know, Chris Hansen used to have a very popular TV show. It was called To Catch a Predator, and in it he would catch predators. And then the show went away, and all the monies that Chris Hansen was making on the show, that also went away. And so he just, for some reason, took up interest in this whole situation with Onision, right? And there are certain people, certain very popular YouTubers who have basically become the public face of the movement against Onision, that just accepted this man into the folds, didn't question anything. And so Chris Hansen has now sold his rights on the Onision story, which is beautiful.
I thought I broke my phone. That would have been bad.
Permission to ban Vincent to assert dominance? Who's Vincent?
Who is Vincent?
Well, we have Vincent Nicotra here.
Oh, that's what's his face? That's Chris Hansen's guy, or his fucking publicist or some shit, right?
Wait, seriously?
Yeah, he got fired by Chris Hansen, I'm pretty sure. Someone in the chat, like, this is why I wanted to wow on, because I know enough to be like pissed about it, but I don't know who Vincent what's his face is exactly.
Wait, never who? Okay, so is Vincent this Venn guy? Venn Interactive Media?
Maybe. I wasn't fired. I quit. Okay, no, I'm pretty sure. I heard you got fired. Tommy C was saying that. Why did you quit then?
Oh, this is fun. This is entertaining. Hello, Vincent, Mr. Vincent person. I have to ask you a question. Did you dox Wes Most?
Yeah, that's the other way I know him from. And if you did, why did you do that? That's not very nice.
I just want clarification there because I don't know anything about this. No. Okay.
All
right. So actually, Vincent, do you have a minute? Do you have a minute to chat? Because I would love to hear what you have to say here.
Yeah,
because
I'm really
curious. Here's my understanding of who you are, and maybe I have the entire thing incorrect.
So he says Wes was trying to get him fired at his job. He didn't dox him. This is what he's saying.
Okay. So why is he accusing you of doxing him? Yeah. I guess would be the main thing there. Did you release something about Westmost? Did you maybe like post an image of him? Because I don't know if Westmost stuff is private like that.
I didn't even know about it until Westmost's video on Colton when he mentioned it, and then he also mentioned it to me in DMs when we were talking about like the slug shit. So I'm not even familiar with it. So yeah, if you want to say your side, we know all we know from Wes's side is that apparently you doxed him.
That photo is on social media. Okay, so let me clarify then. You sent a photo out of Westmost. Did you send his name, his address, the city that he was in? Did you post links to his social media profiles that he might not associate with his YouTube account? Did you do any of that stuff?
This reminds me of when Repzilla was on.
No. Vincent, I'm being serious here. Do you want to talk? All right. I don't know who you are. I'm not going to be a dick just for the sake of being a dick. But there are people that are saying some things in the chat here, and I'm more than willing to give you the ability to say your side here. Some people are sending me some stuff into my DMs, and I would really like to get some understanding here on what's going on. Oh, hey, wow, just wow. Please know that Hansen has a hacker called Anonymous Gene who has been doxing a lot of people, and he works with Chris.
Well, I'm not entirely surprised if he also works with Slug, and Slug likes doxing people.
Oh, gosh.
And like he is the one who showed up at Onision's house.
Hold on. Steve, now Westmost is in the chat.
Okay, Wes. we could get them both on.
Do you guys want to hash this shit out?
See what's going on.
I mean, yeah. Wes, I'll be frank with you. You know we're going to be doing a response to your video. But we're saving that for Thursday. We don't need to go into any of that stuff. But do you want to hash this shit out with Vince and just get it out into the open? Because I don't know anything about this. I don't want to open my mouth on something that I'm really not informed about. I'm willing to give Vince the chance to say what he wants to say here because I'm being sent a bunch of stuff here. If you want to come on and say what you need to say here about the situation. He says he didn't dox you. He says you doxed him or tried to get him fired at his job. Sounds like there's a lot of bad blood.
Mm-hmm. I asked a question and he answered it. Vince won't hash things out because he pretends he isn't doxing me. Why is he pretending? He like so.
Okay, so you both have an open invitation right now. Wes, if you think he's not going to own up to it, you can at least explain to us. You say you have proof of him doxing you. Do you have that with you right now?
Receipts. We're gonna be the new Edwin. We're just gonna fucking.
No, I mean, he doxed me many times. He contacted my family.
Yeah, see, that's sketchy, dude. Why are you contacting people's families?
Vince, did you contact this man's family? You have a video on your channel with 30K views with all the proof. Yeah, Vince, I don't accept that as a reasonable response. I mean, it's not. Here's the thing. You are correct. People can make things up. What motivation would Wes have to make something like that up about you? I have audio recordings, homie. Okay, Wes.
And like, I haven't heard the best things about Vince with the whole Chris Hansen situation from even people who are against Chris Hansen or on his side. Like, both sides are like, nah, that Vince guy. I don't know. This is just what I've heard.
So I want to know here, right? Because I'm okay. Warren Corruption, thank you for sending me these things. Just so I'm on the same page, because I'm terrible with people's names, and I hate to say the wrong things about people and contribute them to the wrong person based on my inability to remember people's names. Wes, I'll come on right now. Okay.
Maybe that'll bring Vince on, because it'd be easier with at least one of them on to hear one side instead of us reading messages.
Vince, hey, buddy. You've got some drama going on here. Wes is willing to come on, explain the situation. I'm going to ask you to do the same. You got some people here that really want to rag on Chris Hansen really badly. The moment you showed up, they lost all interest and just want to talk about you. Now, I still want to talk about Chris Hansen because I think that man's a piece of shit. But come on.
Well, we got time. We got lots of time.
Sort this out. We do. I run these streams for a long ass time. I don't want attention. Buddy. Wes, if you want to come on and go over this stuff, you open invitation, like I said. Go ahead and show us all the proof that you got against this guy, because it seems like...
Are we going to give him the link?
Yeah, here.
Do you want me to shoot it at him?
Yeah, can you? Sorry, yeah, Wes, no disrespect. I just don't know your social media stuff.
No, I got it.
Thank you.
I don't know how to get to Vince.
Well, I mean, Vince, let's be very clear here. You are a part of the Chris Hansen thing. I'm not trying to be a dick, but you were involved with Chris Hansen, to my understanding, when he decided to hop on this whole Anisian bandwagon, for what we know now was his own personal benefit, although many people did speculate on that. So you are a part of it, sir. Like, I'm not trying to be rude. If you want to come on and talk about that stuff, fine, but I want to know this whole thing with Wes first, because personally, I don't really look favorably on people that dox other individuals. It's a really shitty thing to do. Yeah, chat's blowing up.
Does he have a Twitter? Does Vince have a Twitter handle?
I don't know, honestly.
Well, I'm asking him directly so he can put it in the chat. So I could give him the link if he wants to come on. I just sent Wes the DM.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm reading this back and forth. I'm not trying to be a dick here. I'm trying to rationalize any of this out. Why would Chris Hansen want to dox a YouTuber?
He doxed Anisian.
Well, yeah, but
he showed up at his residence.
Yeah, but he was doing his little To Catch a Predator stunt. But why would he want to dox Wes most?
Instead of ruling them out, we'll bring the show to him.
Yeah, but why would he want to dox Wes most? Right? Like, what? Try to rationalize that for me, right? Why would he care?
That's why I want him on. Let's hear what he has to say.
Yeah, Vince, you gotta. Why?
Where did he? Where?
More to the point, you claim that Wes Most
No Twitter anymore.
Hey, how much, buddy? Whatever disagreements we have over your video, I am 100% on your side with this one. Why would Chris want me doxxed? This doesn't make sense. And here's the other thing, Vince, you said that West Most is like, well, let me be clear here. You implied that any evidence he has does not matter because it's all fake, right? People can just make things up. Why would Wes come up with evidence against you for his doxing? Like,
I mean, maybe there was some beef we don't know about.
Yeah, like
there had to have been. Vince would just dox a random person, right?
It doesn't sound like you two like each other. So
yeah, what's going on with that?
Let's go and get everything sorted. Origami, hello.
Hey, Aura, how do you like what we're doing on the show today?
Aura, your mic's doing the squeaky thing again.
Oh, damn.
He'll be back.
Yeah.
I like our little detours. Normally it's just me going off on Star Wars or something. Yeah. It's a little bit more entertaining, I admit.
Did West didn't join?
I'm looping in with Stephen Crow. You'll hear my opinion and thoughts soon. Ooh, spicy.
Well, yeah, he was going to come on today, but unfortunately. Another time.
Okay, let me add Aura. Vince, you have the invitation. Give us a way of contacting you and dropping in the link because we have Westmost coming on right now. Or check your mic, just make sure it works.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
We can hear you.
No, yeah, it works fine. No, what is the purpose of putting Wes's picture out there other than to dox?
Okay, well, we have Westmost here. So, Wes, can you...
Hey, Wes.
Hello. Can you give us the rundown of how this happened? Like, what exactly did he do to you? And how did this occur?
Really, the way it started was April of 2019, the announcement was made that Chris Hansen was coming to YouTube. And I am not a drama channel. I was a fan of To Catch a Predator and TCAP. I was more part of that community. I have a background in digital marketing going back to 2001. So I saw what they were doing, and Vince looked like he needed help. So I reached out to him and offered to help. That's really how it all started. And I helped Vince with some marketing help. I tried to give him, help him out with different things that needed to be done on the website. And he was unable to take anything that I gave him and actually implement it. And I have a buddy who I had been making just joke videos with, who I said, this looks like a scam. I think Chris Hansen's return to YouTube is a fly-by-night scam. So we made a video called Bakeline where we brought up some questions like, why is this guy who is so technically inept in charge of building a website? How is this guy doing anything with marketing? Like, all this looks like garbage. To me, this is a scam. And the first video came out, and I mean, Vince can lie all he wants. He text messaged me and try to hire me. And what's funny is that 7 months later, we come to find out that he wasn't even getting paid. So how was he going to hire me? But he acted like he was impressed by the work that we had put into doing this analysis of the video, doing this analysis of the Chris Hansen return. And he thanked me for the criticism. So after that, my partner Baked Salmon and we did an interview with Vince and Janice, and it was about 2 hours for the interview. And then we used that to make our next video. And Vince said a lot of dumb shit like Vince is known to do. And so we made our second video. And upon release of the second video, I didn't have a channel at the time. My channel didn't get started until Mr. Gigi told me to start the channel when he made his TCAP video in like August. So I had no channel, but Vince knew my name because I'd sent him my LinkedIn information when we first started working together, because I thought he was a professional and he was a business who was doing work with Chris Hansen. So I wanted him to know I wasn't just some guy off the streets. I actually have experience with this. So what Vince did was he doxed me way back in June of last year on one of the comments. He said, you know, Wes M, AKA, and my full name. And it was the same time that he was doxing another member, Yap Yap, and putting out her real name on Reddit. And I contacted Vince about this, and he admitted to it. But he said that Chris Hansen told him to do it. Now, why would Chris Hansen tell him to dox someone who had no channel and no one even knew who I was? The video had 200 or 300 views on it. Baked Salmon had 240 subscribers at the time. So it wasn't even a big deal. If he would have ignored it like Chris would have done, it would have gone away. But he's incapable of doing that because he has the mentality of a 12-year-old and he has no impulse control. So then the next thing that happened was around in December. Now, we had dropped it. It was obvious that he wasn't going to get fired. Like, he was just going to be able to be as competent as he wanted and nothing was going to happen. And around December, Baked Salmon came across these videos that Vince had made of these about these new websites that he had built, these in-house custom websites he had built for Pro Streams Live, which was like a YouTube competitor, and another one called XS Builder, which was supposed to be a drag and drop web builder where, you know, anyone could build their own website without being technically capable, you know, like Vince, who can't build shit. So we used those videos to make a video because I was able to find within 5 minutes that these websites he was claiming to have built in-house were just scripts. They were just things he had downloaded from the internet and had uploaded and was pretending that they were custom built jobs. Not a huge deal. Like, it would have been a minor blip for all the things that Vince had been accused of. These were minor things. And we put out the video on New Year's Eve, and 12 hours later, Vince is doxing me again on Twitter, this time pretending he doesn't know who I am, but saying that I'm a hacker who hacked because he'd been doing all this dumb shit, posting these Onision tweets and, you know, blaming his drunk friend Chris or saying that he somehow got hacked. The guy's always claiming he got hacked. And for someone who works in IT or claims that he works in IT and has an understanding of it, I don't understand how he's constantly getting hacked. It just doesn't make sense. So he doxed Yap Yap and myself on that same night because we were doing a stream with Real Stream News, who I had never even heard of before. I didn't know that him and Vince had a beef. He just wanted us to go on and talk about our experience with Vince. And while we were doing that live stream, the live stream was taken down, most likely by Vince. And within minutes, he was doxing me on Twitter to 3,500 of his followers with my name, my picture. He made some racist comment about my family being lynched. That's who Vince Nicotra is. And I would not have continued after that. I was ready to quit YouTube because it shouldn't be something where all I'm doing is sharing an opinion about something and then some jackass is putting my family at risk by doxing me. And he went on to DD's live stream and he was talking about my business, what I do, how I'm shitty at it. I don't know if he was drunk. He was definitely drunk, but I don't think he was only drunk that night. But then he went on to Drama and Opinions channel, and he was saying that the reason why I made that video and he said I was lying about him was because I tried to get a job with him and he wouldn't hire me, so I was jealous. And that's when I made the receipt video in January, which shows everything because I only communicated with him via Google Talk. So I had every receipt, I had every text message, and I shared them all. And I challenged him, if you think they're fake, I can get certified copies of my chat records and send them to Drama or have them sent directly to Drama and Opinions. And he can do the same thing. And then they can match receipt to receipt. But of course, he didn't take me up on that. What he continues to do is dox me. He was reaching out to my family in February and March, saying that he wanted them to talk me down, but I wasn't reaching out to him.
So this basically all stemmed from you had criticisms of the work he was doing. You put into a video, he didn't like it, and so then he started all this. It's basically what this stems from.
That's exactly what it was. It was May of last year when that first Bakeline video came out. The first one, he acted like he loved the criticism. He was going to put all these things into action, and it was going to be an improved site because of because the things that we had pointed out. None of it happened because he's incapable of doing it. So when the next Bakeline video came out and we took a closer look at him maybe being the weak link in everything that was going on, that's when the doxing started. That's when Yap Yap started getting doxed. And he makes up stories. He says that we were trying to extort Chris Hansen. Bitch, I have more money than Chris Hansen. I'm not trying to extort Chris. Everyone knew Chris Hansen was having money problems. So what's funny to me is now all these people are coming out of the woodwork saying these things about Chris, but these were things that we had pointed out 13 months ago. Like, none of this stuff is new. None of this stuff is new information to me.
Well, I know Chris doesn't take the best criticism either. I know when Gus Johnson gave him some tips on how to make his channel better,
no, that wasn't Chris that did it. That was Vince that blocked Gus Johnson. Chris had no access to any of that. Chris wouldn't have known how to do that. That was Vince that was criticism made about the channel and the production, which was criticism of Vince. So Vince blocked them.
Okay, so one thing I want to clarify with you was Vince's relationship with Chris Hansen, right? It sounds like Chris Hansen decided to become a YouTuber, like he said, back in April 2019. He got a team together. You know, Chris Hansen used to work for cable TV, right?
He started off in network, which is on NBC, which is bigger than cable. So to go from network, and then he was syndicated, and then he was on Killer Instinct, which is a cable channel. So as far as like the sliding scale, that's kind of going backwards.
Okay, so he's always had a team that's done this stuff for him, right?
Yes.
Now he has to put it together himself. He doesn't, like everyone says, he has money problems.
It wouldn't matter. Huh? That's where none of it made sense, because it wouldn't matter. Chris Hansen is a name. He could walk into any journalism school in America and say, I'm looking for interns, and he would get more people raising hands and he would know what to do with.
So this is the thing that I'm confused by. Sorry, not to interrupt you here. Yeah. How the hell did he get in touch with this Vince guy?
Well, I mean, Vince answered that. Vince said he reached out to him and wanted to. I don't know. You never know what is truth with Vince, but Vince says he reached out to him. I do believe that Vince reached out to him and offered to either help him with the website or to help him with his comeback. And the idea was going to be that when it hit or when it took off, that there would be some payment. So maybe there was some loose agreement in the beginning, but that never happened, and which is what caused all the bad blood after the fact, and then all of the Facebook garbage and everything else, where I was continuing to be a point of contention on the Facebook page, where Vince says he has no issues with me, but he was still posting about me, 3 or 4 weeks ago when the Facebook page was still active.
Okay.
First, real quick, I'm sorry. Wow, I'll see you later. You take care. Thanks for joining us. But Wes, correct me if I'm wrong. Did Vince not also start flagging channels or striking channels like Baked Alaska? Baked Alaska?
Baked Salmon. Yeah, so Baked Salmon's channel has been struck the most, and that was I worked with Baked Salmon. His channel got taken down. I believe it was either 3 or 4 times in total.
Yeah,
that his channel was taken down, and the last time was right after, or it was New Year's. New Year's Day was the last time it was taken down, and that was by Vince because he wanted to hide the video that we had made where we pointed out that he was lying about building those sites, and he was infringing on copyrights by stealing content. But it was a minor thing. But with everything else that had led up to it, with the Onision short bus tweet and some other things that were starting to get out there, the murmurs were pretty loud. So shutting down that criticism was in his best interest as far as he was concerned. So he took it down. I only joined Twitter because he had doxed me on Twitter. So I wanted to go on there to show people this is why he doxed me. Here's the video that he wanted taken down because he's lying. And that was the whole reason I got onto Twitter, and that led to the other drama.
Because I'm going to ask you, Wes, why do you think he posted your picture? Because he said he didn't dox you, but why post your picture out there? For what intent could that be?
Because he has nothing else. Vince is a child in the way that he reacts. And the only thing he had, when I told him I was going to New York for a conference and I would see him in person, he threatened to shoot me with the gun because he's scared. Man. So, and I have that text message too. And he doesn't argue any of these things. Vince likes to talk tough, but there's a phone call on my channel where Vince called me. I called him back and I recorded it. And he lies. He's almost crying, just completely lying about everything that he's done. He's saying, I never doxed you. I don't say bad things about you. But I mean, I have the videos of you on DD's channel saying these things. I have text messages from you. I have emails to people in my family, but he just refuses to believe, or he refuses to accept what he's doing. So doxing my picture, doxing my information and my name, it's all he has. So he's going to use whatever he has because he is a bitch. And I will say that to his face. Yeah, my bad.
No. It's buddy. I say worse on the streams. Don't worry. One thing I want to clarify on with you. Yeah, they all know. Earlier when you were talking, you said it was clear that Vince wasn't going to be fired. Vince stated in the chat, just so I'm not trying to play I guess play devil's advocate here. He claimed that you were trying to get him fired. He's still going on in the chat right now.
Get him fired fired from where? His volunteer job with Chris Hansen?
He also states
he was volunteering. He wasn't even getting paid.
He wasn't
being paid.
He wasn't being paid anything. So, as much money as I'm making sitting here talking to you guys right now, that's how much he was making doing all that work.
Yeah. He also states that you were constantly calling and harassing him.
Oh, he should prove that. Because I can prove any communication with him. He should prove that because he can't, because he's making it up. I didn't call
records, dude. The thing is, the cell phone company.
The reason I didn't call Vince. The reason I didn't call Vince is because I wanted all the communication via text. Yeah. Because he could lie about, other than the recorded phone call, he could lie about anything that was said to him. But he can't argue with the text messages that he sent to me that I can prove. And if he wants to prove otherwise, he can. But he knows he can't because he's a liar.
Did you call his job?
Ask him which job.
Which job, Vince?
What do you mean?
Does that mean you did call one of his jobs then?
Oh, the school that he's teaching at, where he shouldn't be allowed to be teaching, where I had students contacting me on Twitter to let me know that Vince was teaching under a fake name and asking me what I can do because they didn't want to learn from this guy.
Wait, so like School of Rock Styles, like he was under a fake name,
he's
teaching at a school.
He's teaching under a different name at a like vocational type, college technical school. I don't know what you'd call it. I wouldn't have known this. I had lots of students after my receipt video came out. Lots of his students started contacting me on Twitter, asking what I could do because they didn't want to learn from this guy. They didn't want anything. He says racist things. It's just a lot of things that for them, they felt like it was a conflict. Why do they have to live up to a conduct code, but their instructor does not?
Okay, yeah. He's saying this is lies in chat, but like,
of course,
how would he be able to be hired at a school under a fake name?
He has a teaching credential. He has taught in the past, which is horrifying to me, thinking that this man with the temperament and judgment that he uses was in charge of teaching children. But he claims to have a background in IT. I mean, who knows? But it might have been something where, because of his work with Chris Hansen at the time, because he was still working with Chris when he got this job, he could say, "Hey, I'm very visible online, and because of the type of work we do, I can't have my name associated with your school. It wouldn't be safe for the students and myself. So I'm going to use a slight variation on my name when teaching and on the site and stuff." But what happened, and what his students told me, was like the first or second day of class, Vince couldn't wait to get out his phone or computer to show them his work with Chris Hansen. So they all knew immediately what his real name was. So when my video came out and I'm talking about Vince Nicotra, someone's girlfriend saw the video and sent it to someone who was going to the school, and then it spread from there.
I'm gonna interject in here real quick because Vince is definitely not able to. He's just kind of just chatting back and forth, and it's kind of going in a back and forth. So, first, West,
there's no way we can get him on.
Yeah,
I know Vince is saying that I make videos to blast people with lies, but Vince, please bring any proof refuting anything I said in that receipt video.
Yeah,
because I saw the receipts you sent to Magdarl, and you would cut out everything that happened in between September and January 1st, and I'd really like you to come on and talk about that.
Well, okay, actually, let me just get to some real quick points just to get this as sorted as we can.
Yeah,
he says that the owners of the vocational school or whatever They were forced to contact attorneys because you were calling and harassing the school or something of that nature. Have you been in touch with any sort of legal representation from anyone associated with Vince or the school or any of this?
The only legal person I've talked to in connection with Vince is his genius sister. No one else has contacted me. I don't harass or call anyone multiple times. Excuse me. That's not what I do. So that is a lie.
I mean, I'll put it like this, Wes. You're willing to come on, and I see that you do have a video up on this Vince. My
first 5 videos are all about Vince because prior to getting accused of trafficking, I was dealing with Vince shit for a year.
Wes isn't the only one to cover him. A lot of people covered Vince. Mr. GG covered Vince as well.
That's why I started my YouTube channel was started because I was in that Mr. GG video. Yeah, we discussed what happened with us. Mag Drama and Opinions. I became connected with her because of the Vince situation. That's why I made the video about Just a Kid That Rants. The only reason I was pulled into that was because I was coming in to defend Drama and Opinions and support her side as my friend.
Now that you actually brought that up, Wes, first of all, thank you for coming on. I'm Aura, the guy who says "sir" too much.
Okay.
That is Crow up there, who was very rude to you.
Yeah. Crow was a dick.
Yeah, totally.
I own it.
Yeah. So thanks for actually coming on to actually talk with us right now. Appreciate that.
No worries.
But what is it? Where was I even getting at with that? Because I was like, you had experience with this Chris Hansen stuff and Vince, like firsthand.
Yeah, I mean, I really feel like when it comes to it, no one has more of the background and history on it than Baked Salmon and I, just because it was like a 6-month thing for us and a lot of research, a lot of time. And so that was the first analysis type video I ever made. The Vince receipt video was the first receipt video I ever made. And it was probably like the 4th video that I made. And it just happened to drop on the day that Gigi was dropping another video. So he linked to it, or he promoted it at the end of his video. Okay. And that's how my channel kind of got a little bump early on.
Yeah. So
I want to pull this image up because Vince is just going in the chat saying lies, whatever.
Vince, come on, man.
Vince, if you want to come on, I'm going to start linking the things that people have been sending me this entire time.
Yeah, Vince.
Does they have an email? We could send them the link in an email.
No, yeah, email, Discord. What do you got, man? I got everything.
Shoot us something because we're going to start going through this stuff. If you want to explain this, feel free, because I'm reading through this and I want to know what the hell is going on through your fucking head.
It's not just Wes that's been saying these things, man. It's not just Wes.
No, we were just the first, but then lots of people jump. You'll see a lot of videos in January. When January, February was like the biggest time when all the videos were coming out about Vince.
Yeah, pardon, Wes. Do you have time to talk with us about this stuff, or you got to bounce?
I mean, I have a few minutes.
Okay. Just I didn't want to hold you up, if anything. So go ahead, Crow.
Okay, so this what I am assuming is about you, Wes, right?
Yeah,
he's saying
I'm the nigga troll. That's me.
Oh shit. Ooh, okay. I was like, is there any redactions in there, Crow, that need to be made before you show that?
I mean, look, I can't. So what are we gonna do?
Let's just not show it, just read it.
Yeah, you want me to? I can't read the N-word on stream. I'm gonna get in trouble.
Say it the way you just said it, N-word, and then go on.
I didn't. Oh, N-word. Okay.
N-word. Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
Okay, NSFW warning, everybody. Sorry, timeout, NSFW, yada, yada, yada. Okay, look, these are text messages that Vincent was sending to Chris about Wes, right?
On New Year's Eve.
And it does seem to confirm. Actually, I gotta say, I love Chris's response to this. Whoa, I'm trying to drive a car.
He tells him, you can see low, he says, you need to calm down. But that is 7:16 p.m. I guess his time on New Year's Eve, and when he was getting ready to start with his doxing and whatever campaign that he was launching into that night.
Okay, so it seems like Someone said the moment Crow pulled this up, Vince left. I think that's kind of it for Vince here.
No, yeah, I don't know.
Did he legit leave?
Is he?
I mean, he may say something else here in a little bit. Who knows? But again, we've given Vince every opportunity to actually come on stage, show whatever.
Hey, can I real quick? Because I keep seeing a lot of comments about the Just a Kid That Rants video. I need you guys to understand that is a YouTube video. It would not hold up in a court of law. The only reason I made the video is because I was asked to make a video. I wanted to do something different than just a plain commentary video. So I included a lawyer, but anyone of you can hire your own lawyer and examine the case, and you might get a different answer. Law is a science and an art. That's why two lawyers can take the same case and take it a completely separate way. I've talked with Colton many times since that video came out. I like Colton. I'm supporting Colton with his projects. It was not a hit piece on Colton. I came in completely expecting to back up drama and opinions and find with her. That's why I got involved. It just didn't work out that way.
Yeah, chat. Give Wes a break. We're gonna cover. He knows we're covering.
That's a different stream.
He was nice enough because you can't make. You're busy that night, correct? Wes,
what was that?
Oh, you're busy Thursday night because we're going to be covering the video.
I have interviews for that. That news thing that I'm doing.
Yeah, chat. He was nice enough to respond to us. He gave us answers. He filled out our questions. So. He did more than Repzilla did for us. Come on, guys.
And he's nice enough. He came on now to discuss who Vince is because I'm not very well versed in him.
We streamed with Colton last night. Colton said that every conversation he's had with you has been pleasant. And I will openly say I am a dick. So when I sent you those questions, they were not me being a nice person. So I'll apologize because I realize I don't need to be as antagonistic. When we respond to your video, it's not a response in the sense of we just despise you and we think you're wrong. And we honestly do think that you have some factual errors.
I mean, there's no bias at all towards Maya or Repsion. I don't know either of them. I interviewed Repsion in January at the courthouse. It was a 10-minute thing. Like I said, Magdarl is who I wanted to support, and that's who I was asked to come in and support. So to me, it was shitty for me to have to reach out to her and let her know what I had found, from discussing things with the lawyer. That was hard for me to have to do, but I made a video and that's that.
So Wes, let me ask you a question, and you don't have to really engage in this any further. We are going to respond to your video. We pulled up some things that I really do not think that you are aware of. It's perfectly fine if you don't want to do this, but if you have the chance to watch that stream, we'll leave it up. We don't take down our streams.
The one from last night?
No, not the one from last night. We'll be doing this on Thursday. If you watch that, if you see some things that you disagree with, or if you see some things that maybe change your mind on, because there's some stuff that I really think you need to be aware of. Will you be willing to have a conversation with either myself
of course. And I think that if Just a Kid That Rants is still here, if he would be honest, he would probably say he wasn't the best at getting me the answers to my questions.
It's true. He's bad at
he is.
No, and I was gonna I got a DM from you when you were researching it, and you said you couldn't keep the attorney around forever, and that you weren't really getting the answers. And I think I advised you to get into a voice chat with him because more direct that way.
He's better audibly. He's better audibly.
Yeah. But I was saying before even if you can only keep the guy around for so long, and I don't know if you're paying for him or anything he's get so much information to work with.
He's a lawyer I know associated with the community that that I work with. And we went over everything as presented. And no, I'm not blaming Colton at all. He's 16. What kind of responsibility should be put on him, to assist with a video of this nature? So I understand that, but what I'm saying is it's a YouTube video with an opinion given by a lawyer. If there was a defense lawyer involved on Colton's side, he would have given a completely different story and summary. That's just the way that things work. This particular lawyer felt like it worked out this way, and another lawyer could feel like it worked out a completely different way.
Yeah, it's basically taking a bet on which side would win based on whatever evidence was available.
Like my going into it was that Repzion was completely in the wrong and that he was going to owe an apology to Colton. But when I read the, like just reading the law and stuff and how CP is a misdemeanor, in Washington State, if they're over a certain age, that was new to me. I did not know that.
Yeah. So Wes, I'll be frank. Like, if we keep talking, there's a lot of stuff I do want to.
No, I get it. No, so what I'll do is I'll watch. Yeah, I'll watch your stream on Thursday, and I have no problem coming on and discussing. Like, to me, I wanted to let it go it seemed like it was best for Colton to let it go because I didn't want it to be this thing where he's focusing all of his attention on fighting off these claims. But if he wants to, be a part of it, and I see he's, that he's here and he's active here, then, I have no problem coming on to discuss it again. But, just understand I'm not a lawyer. I am a marketing director. So I can't give legal opinions outside of what was already presented in that initial video.
You took the evidence that you had in the way that you had it. You made your response based on that. And you had an attorney give his opinions based on what you were able to compile. Again, there's certain things that I think you'll find on Thursday that were not presented in your video, certain things that we were able, specifically Steve was able to actually dig up, that I do think you need to know about. We're saving it for Thursday. I do hope you watch it because you don't seem like a bad dude. So again, sorry for being a dick. But I think that it would likely change your mind on a lot of the things that you had stated in the video.
Well, I mean, so
that's all I can really say about it.
The lawyer who represented me in the human trafficking case and represented Chris Hansen in the Onision case, she would be willing to take a look at it completely impartially as well if you want to present different evidence. And I don't want to make a video on it. I really want to move on, back onto my own stuff. This was a sideline I took. But if you guys are interested in having another lawyer or if you want to have a lawyer look at it and I could have someone else look at it too with more evidence, I'm open to anything. Like I really wasn't trying to condemn anyone or I was making a video.
No, I get that too. I think the reason why people are some people are upset about it is because since you are coming at it from, I believe, an unbiased point of view, and then getting an attorney to look at it, and then the attorney saying, well, Colton's in the wrong here, when he's the one being accused of something, then that's like, because a lot of people are going to go to this is what an attorney's saying, and then they're going to, it's more about his reputation than how it would actually play out. And so I do agree. I think we do need to get another lawyer to look at it, see both sides.
I do. I would like, because even when we did that live stream before the video came out, the lawyer that I worked with, he was disappointed that there wasn't another lawyer to present another side. And that was even his comment. He said, law it's a science, but it's also an art. So I would love to hear another lawyer's viewpoint on it because they might have a completely different interpretation of the law. That's why you set precedent in a case, like Roe versus Wade, and why that would be brought up in court cases after that, because that case set precedent. So it's all about just finding whatever source that you're going to use, whatever loophole in the law that you're going to use to say, well, but this is this instead of this because of this.
So Wes, I guess the real issue that I took when I watched your video was the idea that it was this legal analysis breakdown, right? I understand it's just a YouTube video. I understand it's, for the most part, you're giving your opinion. You're being upfront here when you say that this is one person's legal opinion. Based on what you're able to gather. I wouldn't mind having another attorney actually look into it, specifically from a defense angle for Colton. But I will say this, some of the things that were stated in your video, we were able to find were inaccurate, not based on anything that you did, not because you were trying to mislead the public or anything like that, but because you were just straight up given false information that we were able to verify is not true. And we do actually have the evidence, which we'll be showing in the Thursday stream. That's why I want you to go ahead and watch that one. Okay?
Someone had a comment about the lawyer being awful because he ignored the fact that revenge porn is individualized by state. That was looking at Washington state laws. So that was individualized. We looked at the RCWs. We looked at the RCWs for the state. Now, the other lawyer that I said would be willing to take a look at it. Now, the lawyer that looked at that case, he is on the East Coast, but we looked at Washington law. The lawyer that represented me and represented Chris, she is in Washington state. This is where she practices.
Okay.
So if I could have her look at it, if you want to have someone else look at it and, and get different opinions, like that would be great.
Again, I guess the reason why I feel so strongly is it is a 16-year-old kid. And well, like I said, there's some things that I don't think you're aware of. Not because a lot of this stuff takes a lot of time to actually pull together. It took Steve roughly about a month to actually get the information required. And this has been dragging on for, as you even said in your video, it's been going on for like over a year.
Yeah.
There's a ton of shit here. There is some things that you did state in your video that we can verify is inaccurate. Again, not because I think that you are trying to lie and mislead people.
If that's the case, if I need to make a retraction, I could, I will make a retraction. I will admit when I'm wrong. If Vince wants to bring any proof showing that I made anything up, please, I will retract it and make an apology video. I don't have a problem saying when I'm wrong.
No.
I feel like I was maybe a little rough on Colton with describing him as spoiled. I have a 13-year-old, so I was projecting a little bit into my own kid and how I would have treated him if I found out that, that he was involved in something like this. I would be upset. So I will admit that I was a little harsh with my treatment of Colton in that way, but regardless of how it would have turned out, I would have said the same thing about like the language and things like that. And maybe it's just from a different era, but that to me was a little jarring. Not that I wasn't cursing and all that stuff when I was 16, but there was no YouTube for me to be doing it to where, it was just out there.
It wasn't public to like everybody.
And even when we've had Colton on the channel, I've told him when he's misbehaved in ways that are really not defensible, right? It doesn't need to be legally wrong for it to just be a dick move, I think Colton engages in some things that, he can do better.
I
think that's a fair point.
I see requests for me to take the video down, and the only reason I didn't take it down is because I felt like it was the only video that was kind of objective. It wasn't just pro Repsion or pro Colton. It looked at both sides. And in the end, I really think it's just a case of Colton being 16. And he was 16 and he was upset and he did some things that, if there were cameras following me when I was 16 for all the dumb shit I did, I would have been in videos all the time. But I don't think he's some evil person. And I try to make that clear. But let me talk to Colton about it. If he thinks that it would be best to take the video down, because it's not even within what I do on my channel. If he thinks it's best to take the video down, I'll have that conversation with him. I don't have a problem with that.
Okay.
It's just a legal point of view. I don't know, man. It could work out that way.
Look, at the end of the day, it's
legally, I'm completely in the clear. I make sure of all these things with my lawyer because of my history. I've been sued twice because of YouTube, just so we know. So I make these things. Well, my first channel, I was catching married men in the park trying to pick up prostitutes and popping them with the GoPro.
I can see how you might get sued for that.
Yeah, I got sued for that, and the second time was I got sued because the girl. Yeah, I had to hire a lawyer because the girl who claimed I trafficked her, and then later she said it was domestic violence because my videos were a hate crime. So I'm good with the law part. I'm not legally responsible for anything said in that video. The law can't make me take. I made an opinion.
First and foremost, Jesus. I'm sorry, Wes. I'm so sorry. I was like,
we're not trying to laugh. It's just funny.
No, I mean, I laugh. I laugh about it. I laugh about it too. That I mean, this is all within like 18 months, having to hire 2 lawyers, and
so Wes has been through some shit. Chat, like, we're gonna cover the video. He's been, he's been working with us. He's answered our questions. He's gonna check out the video. He's willing to discuss it. Like, you heard it all here. We'll give him some slack.
And really, like, if Colton thinks Colton's 17 now, right? Like, that was the most. I'm going to tell you, the hardest part for me was the day after that video came out, and I went to his Twitter and saw that it was his birthday. I felt like the biggest piece of shit.
Yeah.
And I reached out to Colton, and I started having conversation with Colton, and I'm backing Colton's project, and I'm promoting it in my next video because I believe he's a very talented person.
Yeah.
And I don't think that one mistake, however it turns out legally, who's responsible, I don't think that this should define him or his YouTube content. A lot of my time was spent making videos about Vince, and it made people think that my channel is this drama channel when I want to do true crime stuff. I don't want to be doing this stuff at all.
True crime stuff is bomb as hell. That's a great
I was unable to do any of it because anytime I would start, Vince would call my family, or contact my family, or do some other dumb thing that I had to make a video about. So I don't want to see him fall into that same trap.
Yeah. I also want to preface that Vince is still in the chat, and he says, my fiance even spoke to Baked Salmon to advise you both of the money spent on the websites and things I stole.
Vince is still going back to these websites, whether he built them or paid for someone to build them. Vince, I downloaded so in my video, because I do like to troll, Vince put up a website called excessbuilder.com.
Yeah.
And he was charging upwards of $800 a month to host and build your own website on this platform. I found the same script for $39. I installed it and made it free and called it BS Builder.
Yeah.
Because it's bullshit.
I'm sorry.
And Vince didn't like that. But you can go to BS Builder and build the exact same website that you can build on XS Builder, and it's the exact same script because Vince did not build it. And yes, his fiance did contact us, but will they provide any receipts showing that he actually paid someone and got ripped off to install those sites? No, because they don't exist. And even if they did, he still lied, claiming that he built those sites by himself, and he did it on video.
Yeah. 2 things real quick.
Go ahead, Steve. I was just gonna say, he's saying that like he doesn't have your number. There's like phone records. He can go to the cell phone company and say, "Did this number call me?" And if it's your number, like, that's pretty stupid. If that you're lying, Vince. Like,
yeah.
And Vince, like, honestly, here's the problem. And Wes, I appreciate you coming on. I know you only said you had a few minutes, and that was 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, my bad. Our bad. Keeping you on.
We just keep going. Look, here's the thing, right? And this is specifically to Vince, and it's kind of why when I'm watching this stuff, when I'm seeing the things that people have sent me, the dude has no credibility for me, right? Vince, you have zero credibility for me. Wes, whatever my disagreements with you are, it's not on a personal level. Like I said, you'll see it in the video on Thursday. I can rant and I can swear and I can get really nasty. I don't think you're going to see me doing that just because we've been able to have this conversation. You don't come across as that sort of person at all to me. You're definitely not like the individuals involved in this whole fucking drama.
Well, he gave more to us than Rebzilla. Like, I offered the same thing to just, and we wanted to talk kind of like we're doing now, and he completely blew me off.
I'd rather just stick to here. Yeah, we'd rather just stick to what's been going on, what we were able to dig up. You said that if you see something in there and you feel the need to do a retraction or whatever in regards to what we're able to provide for you, then you will. I'll take you at your word on that. And if you really feel like it still doesn't change your opinion on things, then is what it is. At least we're able to have a conversation there. Yeah. As far as the situation with Vince goes, Vince, you're the laptop guy, right?
He's the laptop guy.
He's the laptop guy. Fuck, man. You don't have any credibility for me here. I personally, I've asked you to come on. show us some way that we can actually get in touch with you. Go ahead and sort this stuff out with Wes. Wes is willing to jump on immediately. You're still over there refusing to actually communicate, stating that you're sitting here waiting to talk about Chris Hansen. I'll be frank with you. Seeing the text message that you sent to Chris Hansen, I'm not going to take anything you actually have to say at face value. I wouldn't even give you the benefit of the doubt. I wouldn't even give you like.
Oh, was this the laptop that got destroyed?
Vince is not Slug either. Vince is not Slug. Vince is not Gene. I've spoken with Gene. Gene is not Vince.
Definitely not Slug. We actually saw who Slug was.
Slug is, yeah.
Yeah. Don't worry. Slug learned his lesson when he tried to fuck with me. Vince, my point here is, right, if you give me some sort of salacious story about Chris Hansen that proves my own biases, I would tell you to fuck off into a corner, because I've asked you several times to provide me with some sort of evidence, provide me with some sort of proof, come on and have the conversation directly with Wes. You don't want to do it. You said several times that you're sitting there waiting to talk about Chris, that you want to talk about Chris. I don't care what you want to talk about Chris. If you want to sit silently and watch the stream, go for it. If you want to drop comments, go for it. I personally don't give a shit. But I would never run with any story that you give me on Chris Hansen, because my goodness, would I look like the biggest fucking idiot on the face of the planet Earth, Mars, everywhere, fucking the galaxy, if I took you at your word.
For anything. Can I tell you what he told me about the laptop? Because he told me about the laptop.
What, that he wanted to fucking fap on it?
Well, I'm sure that he left that detail out. But what he did do, he told me he threw it in the trash. And that his sister and his fiance, I guess they did it in tandem, had to fish it out of the trash, covered in last night's dinner, and cleaned it up and sent it back to her.
Oh, look at that.
I mean, and it could be another lie, because it's Vince. Yeah. And so you never know. But I have this in text message because Vince likes to text. And, so as much as he wants to talk about me harassing him or calling him, when I put out a tweet about T-shirts I was giving away about Vince, he contacted me wanting 2 of them.
Yeah, like Crow. Like,
after calling me the N-word troll.
Wow, yeah, because like Crow, look at the crux. I said he doxed Wes Mos. He said no, he didn't. But he wants to come on and talk about Chris Hansen. It's not the priority. We have the person right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, that he's supposedly saying he didn't dox, and the guy's like, yes, I did. Here's this, and that. Wouldn't you be like more focused on being like, I really didn't dox you?
It's like if you're gonna lie, this is the first lie you're saying to us.
And then I'm supposed to believe you.
Is a lie.
I'm supposed to believe you after that.
Everything else.
Yeah. So, well, Wes, since you're here, what do you think about Chris Hansen selling the rights?
Vince, real quick. Fuck you. You have been in this fucking comment section talking back and forth with Wes. That's why Wes is even here. Seriously, fuck off.
Wes is knowledged in 2 topics. Man. You're knowledged in
Okay, I'm so sorry.
I'm so
sorry, Laura. I did not mean to derail that. Wes, please, yes, let us know what you think about Chris Hansen selling the fucking rights.
So Chris Hansen can't sell rights to a story because he doesn't own the story. He pitched a story to ID where he worked for several years, and they took the pitch. That's all that it was. I don't know if there were any financial things discussed. As far as I know, nothing was even finalized. I do know firsthand that several of the alleged victims received release forms, because I saw release forms, but you can't sell a story. That's just not how it works. So I personally don't see what a lot of the anger is about in this situation. If you are anti-O and you want to see him get exposed and taken down, going from a channel of like 300,000 plus to ID, which is in 86 million homes, seems like the next logical step. I think it's the most watched cable network in their demo, which is females, I don't know, 19 to 35 or whatever. But I guess because it was stated that it was sold, the rights were sold, is what people are getting caught up on. But that's just not how it works. He didn't have anything to sell.
Well, I think let me see if I can phrase it a little bit better then. I think what's pissing people off about Chris Hansen is a lot of people said from the start he is in this for himself, he's in it for money. And I've been very clear, you know, YouTubers cover stuff for their channels. The channels grow, they monetize their content. Generally speaking, everyone's in it to benefit themselves in some way. I don't think that makes them evil individuals, but Chris Hansen specifically has bungled a lot of things related to this whole Anisian thing. Same thing with a lot of people covering it, to be frank.
Well, and in the name of doing things right, too.
Yeah. I mean, Chris Hansen brings in that air of credibility because of To Catch a Predator. And what people seem to forget is there's an entire crew working on To Catch a Predator. It's not Chris
many.
Yeah.
Chris Hansen's just got a suit.
Yeah, he's the face.
Yes.
He's Joey Greco on Cheaters. That's what he is.
Yeah, that's a good. I was going to say Neat from Catfish, but deep cuts for previous streams. Okay, look. The thing is, what I think pisses people off about Chris Hansen is they legitimately thought that he was part of that movement against Anisian, right? Like the anti-O movement is very. I don't want to say anything
thirsty for blood, because that's kind of what they are.
Right? Like, man. But
by any means necessary, they're like the Antifa of the internet.
What happened is they got their hopes up on this guy, thinking that something was really going to get done. You know, that's what they got.
He made claims of like contacting the FBI and a bunch of weird shit.
Go ahead. This is what our content was about going back a year ago when we were calling it a money grab, and it was a stepping stone to getting back on TV.
I actually saw that looking through your channel before we contacted you.
Yeah, I mean, like this is what I have experienced. I mean, I was PR and marketing director for the world's largest sugar daddy dating website. We did a lot of our marketing was done via the news, and the way it always works is you would have a small channel pick it up in like Green Bay, Wisconsin, and then it would get picked up by a larger channel and a larger channel, and the goal was always to get it to like a Dateline or 2020 or one of those things. So again, I just say like if the point is exposure, then this would bring it that. But I also understand why people would be leery. But in my opinion, this would be the biggest thing to happen in the Onision investigation since it started, because now it's going from people still find it hard to believe that I didn't know who Onision was in January. I'd never heard of him, but I'm on YouTube. He's not a household name, so this could potentially do that. But like I said, I also understand people's apprehension because of what they've seen so far, and thinking that this would bungle things up. Because at this point, what do they even have to? Couldn't Onision sue? Because what do they have in terms of evidence to say this is what he's doing and this is what he's done?
And we've seen multiple YouTubers come out and say like, I'm not supporting Anisian, I think he is a bad person. But the actual things that you are like, I think I could be wrong here, or you let me know if I am. John Swan did a video about the situation with Anisian, just stating that he's done some scummy things, but he's just on the line, right? He knows how to stay away from being directly,
One of the major points was that they were going after him for grooming. It is not illegal here in the U.S.
Yeah. I mean, that was another thing. The girl who accused me of trafficking accused me of grooming her. She's like 23, 24 years old. Grooming is like what you do to vulnerable adults who, are severely autistic or children specifically. So if they're adults, he's not grooming anyone.
Yeah, Wes is correct. And anybody in our chat that's familiar with our Soroka stuff, Wes, have you heard of James Soroka?
Yeah, so people try to get me involved in that one, but I was in the middle of my own court case. So, I don't want to just jump on when 20 other people are talking about something or someone that doesn't really interest. Like I said, I wanted to do true crime stuff. I've got some really cool stories already written up and like half developed that I have to abandon every couple weeks.
Yeah. Because I'll give you a quick rundown of him. So basically, he is a legitimate groomer, and he does try to take advantage of those who are like in poor mental situations or poor health situations. Because Steve Crow, what was the girl? She had Crohn's disease.
I think it was like Katie or something. Yeah, she actually had a boyfriend. She was in the hospital. He basically said he was going to go out and visit her. You know, she needed a bunch of support. He was starting all these fundraisers for her. And then when he arrived there, basically told the girl that her mom was saying a bunch of shit about her, that the mother didn't love her, all this crap. Tells the mom that the daughter is behaving, it doesn't want anything to do with her. She's nasty, she's mean, all this stuff, right? Yeah. So he's trying to create this massive rift. And I guess eventually he actually finds out that this girl has a boyfriend. So he takes the money that was raised for her disease and just nopes on out of there.
Yeah, he runs off with it. So basically the point is, like, he's a real groomer. He's kind of worse than Onision, to be honest. So like he's run multiple scams. He scammed a veteran. He scammed a bunch of people from, like, what is it, hurricane relief?
Yep. He also what was that anti-bully thing that he pretended to be a part of this, like,
the whole I did a lot of research on it early on, and as I had like a 4 or 5 page script that I had written, and then I got served with a temporary order of protection for domestic violence by someone I hadn't seen in 2 months, who said my videos were hate crime and misgendering. So I had to put all that stuff aside and work on nonsense.
Yeah. Oh, Phoenix, welcome to the chat, first of all.
Hey, Phoenix.
Yeah. Second of all, so basically, a lot of people had their hope in Chris Hansen trying to stop a guy that they thought to be as, you know, like a Jim Soroka. So I can see why they're fucking pissed at him now.
But it was something that people were saying when he first got involved, when he started with the IRL streamers. People were saying that once he got involved with Onision, that he would have to, there would need to be arrest at the end, or the anti-O's were going to revolt because they were expecting a lot. Yeah. And you can't keep paying IOUs with promises. Eventually you're going to need to, put up or shut up. And that might be the point that people are at now. They're not seeing this as a victory. And I see people in the comments saying they don't believe that it would be compelling. It wouldn't be compelling TV. And I mean, I probably would tend to agree. I mean, from the things that I've heard, I just don't see how this would be either a one-off or a series unless something actually happened. There would need to be a close of some sort. Otherwise, you're just telling people, well, allegedly this happened, and allegedly, because nothing's been proven. And I wouldn't think ID would want to open themselves up to a potential lawsuit by, at this point, making a video about someone who hasn't been proved guilty of anything.
Right.
I mean, they could do like a mini series or something.
But a mini series of what?
I don't know. Like you see, like a lot of the these TV shows. They try to riff off what they see happening online, because YouTube is blowing up.
Yeah, I mean, YouTube's a great incubator. What's that? Donald Glover, he got started on YouTube, right? It's a great incubator for talent and for stories and ideas. But I purposely have never really looked that much into the Onision thing because it's just not in my wheelhouse. It's not something that I knew about beforehand, and it's not something I want to spend a whole lot of time. There's a lot of other people covering it, so I just really don't see a point. But I just don't know what the story could be for ID that's going to keep people watching.
It's going to be like a retelling. It's going to be a dramatization, like in a world where YouTubers are fucking cringe. And so I'm a banana.
Yeah.
I'm a banana.
Just based on a true story.
And they'll get like Haley Joel Osment to play him or something.
No, yeah, for real. And then Chris Hansen.
Anything. It's slander then, right? If he's not found guilty of anything.
I mean, but they could say alleged, because that was what Vince kept trying to pull about me. He was like, he's an alleged on the tweets on New Year's Eve. He said, I'm an alleged hacker. And that was something he learned from Chris. Like, if you say alleged, then it doesn't matter. And that's in our phone call that I recorded and put on my channel. I said, you called me a hacker. He said, no, you need to like fix your words. I said, alleged hacker. So like somehow that that made it all better.
He just allegedly doxed you. He allegedly got
he allegedly did it. So yeah, I really don't know. I really don't know about the whole thing with ID. I definitely see it from both sides. I mean, in the eyes of people who want, like for me, with the thing I just went through, if they told me, hey, we want that story, we want nothing to do with you, you're not going to get anything out of it, you're not going to be mentioned, but we want to expose this scam artist Munchausen's person, I'd be all about it. But it's a completely different thing than what they're going through, where they're talking about having to go on and recount trauma, and what are they like? I think for them it's why they've already done this.
Yeah, I mean, again, I see what you're saying, right? Why would you be upset if the story goes on?
No, I'm not saying that at all. No, I'm not. I'm saying I see it from both sides. My story's completely, my thing was
no. I meant I see what you're saying about like why you wouldn't be able to understand. I know you said from both sides, right? That you were saying earlier. I would understand why people wouldn't want it to get out to a larger platform, right? Which you were saying earlier, because IDW is a massive channel, right?
Yeah.
I totally understand that. I don't think it's a rational argument, though. Like for the people who've been crusading against Onision, they don't tend to make the most rational arguments against Onision.
Yeah.
If you don't fall in line with them going off on some of these tangents, they immediately go after you. Like the OK groomer shit, right? Like people would go ahead and say, like, I don't think you've proven anything against Onision that could actually hold up in a court, right? And they go, OK groomer. They don't want to listen.
Well, I have a really good example of that, because on New Year's Eve, when I was coming on to show people what Vince was doing and why he was doxing me, there were people contacting me telling me to shut up because I was going to ruin the investigation. That they needed to, it would be taken care of after Onision was in prison, because any talk about Vince or anything about what he was doing or how he was handling things would derail this investigation. And that's how twisted people were thinking, like, just let Vince do whatever he wants. He can dox me, he can act however towards these alleged victims, but he gets a free pass because we don't want to throw a wrench into this investigation. And to me, that was the most ludicrous thing that I'd ever heard. If anyone's going to ruin an investigation, it would be Vince in the way he was acting.
This fucking fake programming.
No, yeah, I'm just looking at the chat, still blowing up. He's still in there. Vince, still, the offer still stands, but other than that.
Actually, you know what? The offer doesn't stand anymore. I'm wrenching all of you guys. If you see him talk one more time, just put him on fucking timeout.
No, leave him alone.
No, I'm feeling mean and vindictive now.
It's because he didn't want to come and talk to you, Crow.
No, it's just so annoying. It's like, but Chris didn't care, and we were being doxed.
Well,
like, shut up, man. It's clear that we're engaged in that same fucking behavior. Jesus.
Now Vince is admitting that he doxed me, but earlier it was he didn't, and he's snapping because you can't blaming your fiance's cancer is like blaming mental illness for why you stabbed someone in the throat. You were aware of what you were doing. Doxing me doesn't make your fiance any better. Putting my family at risk doesn't make your fiance any better or make you get your job back. You did that to yourself. You did all of that to yourself, and you continue digging a bigger hole every day you come around doing this shit where you never just accept what you did, because no one can forgive you as long as you continue to lie. You need to own that shit for yourself.
Crow, he's mad at you.
I was just gonna say
he's mad at you.
It's your fault. It's
right.
Crow's fault that you can't come on.
Yeah, mods, do what you want. Fuck it.
No, look, hey, this is the reason why I told him to put you on timeout, because the entire chat has been totally derailed. Olive Warrior is basically stating that they are avoiding our live chat, and Olive is always in our live chat. I love engaging with people in the live chat. If you're in there spreading pure fucking stupidity and everyone feels like completely uncomfortable because you're fucking crying about shit. Dude, we gave you the platform. We gave you the opportunity to speak. You didn't want it. You're not going to sit in my fucking comments bitching and whining and moaning about how Daddy Chris Hansen didn't take care of you. Dude, you fucked up so bad so fucking often. It was a joke. Everybody was laughing at it. Everybody was laughing at you. Yeah. They were kind of glad when you got fired or whatever arrangement you had with fucking Chris Hansen. Because obviously he was smart enough not to pay you, but dumb enough to have you associate with him. I don't give a shit. Here's the thing, man. If you're going to call someone like the fucking N-word and shit like that, right? Go fuck yourself, right? And I've been called like sand N-word. My fiance's black. You want to use that type of fucking language because you get all the pissy. Oh, I'm so tough guy. Let me text Daddy Chris Hansen so he can give me the permission. Dog's off the chain now, dude. It's embarrassing.
No, it's
really fucking embarrassing.
Crow, it's really bad. He's done a lot of crazy shit. Like
I know this is the most fucking. You're a grown fucking man. Wes, right? You're older than the majority of the people that are in this room. Because Wes, I have no clue how old you are.
He's older than me too.
Thank you. Jesus Christ.
Okay, yeah. How old is he? How old is he?
He's like 43, 44.
Get out. No way. No way.
And you're still in this stream where we're just basically fucking telling. Oh my god.
Well, see, because he would very easily be able to come in here with one of his many sock accounts, but he wants to come in on his own because he wants this. This is what Vince needs. If he's not going to have fame, he'll take fucking infamy. So yell at him, scream at him. This is feeding him.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he would not still be using that poison-ass screen name. He doesn't care.
Maybe he is Slug.
Well, hold on. Keeper No Balls has screenshot of Vincent.
Okay, so I could talk about
docs of Chris Hansen.
I could talk about that too because she contacts me regularly. Yes, there were the same time I was getting doxxed by Vince under sock accounts. Chris Hansen was getting doxxed with his information, his home information in Michigan. And at that same time, Vince was messaging Nova, whatever the hell her Twitter, I know her by her real name, but whatever the name is, Nova, No Ice or something. He was messaging her to let her know that he was doxing Chris Hansen and that his social security number was next. And all that timeline matches up. So with all his sock accounts and all of his stupid trolling that he's been doing for months, he was dumb enough to tell someone via text that he was doxing Chris Hansen. That's a crime.
They're calling him Slug 44 in the fucking chat.
I like Slug 44. That's a good one. That needs to be a football jersey.
I can't believe it. Look what you've done to the chat. The Slug 44. That's a new meme forever.
It's a band name, dude. That's.
Is it really?
It's like some 41, Slug 44. Okay, that should be a band name. Someone should make that their band
I think Phoenix is asking questions about what I said in the video. And again, if there's anything that needs to be restated or redacted or redone, I will do that. I was only going off of the information that was provided to me by both parties. And I didn't use anything that was said by Repsion about Phoenix in my video.
Yeah, again, Wes, I appreciate what you stated so far.
I don't think Phoenix wasn't here.
He wasn't here
for that. So I just, I want to make that clear that this was not. I don't even know who Phoenix is.
Yeah, that's what I was going to reiterate to Phoenix here.
Yeah,
Wes understands that we're going to be doing a response to his video on Thursday. We're going to be going over a lot of things. There are some things that we're able to find out. Wes says that the video is just his opinion. He did speak to a legal expert, but that is one legal opinion, not several, not even another one.
Not the only legal opinion.
Yeah, not the only one. It's not like I'm not too sure you can really get a legal consensus on anything. But again, if Wes watches our stream, and he says he will, and finds something that he thinks doesn't fit with what he's already produced, he will either do a redaction, a retraction, or he'll tell us flat out, hey, this doesn't change anything. So I will respect that because, again, a lot of people want to comment on the situation that, obviously have not been the most friendly. Like even Aura can't get Repzilla to just answer a few questions.
I mean, to be fair, I get Crow is very attack. I think I'm at least approachable.
Hey, Repzilla wasn't pissed at me. He was pissed at Steve.
I'm kind of in between.
No, Repzilla did not like you.
I'm pretty nice, and then I save it all for my videos. I'm kind of bitchy in my
nobody
videos.
likes you, Crow. Nobody likes you. Everyone's always using.
No, look, I started answering the questions, and then I got to his questions, and I deleted everything, and I was like, "Fuck this guy," and I messaged you, and I was like, "Yo, fuck this guy's a dick." And
I was like, "I'm sorry." I'm sorry.
And I wasn't gonna answer. I was gonna say good luck with your video.
Yeah.
But I looked at what you guys were asking, and I just wanted to kind of answer those because I thought people were looking at it like I had this definitive know-it-all legal answer, and that wasn't it. I was asked to make a video. I made a video, and I understood some people weren't going to agree with my opinion. I really thought initially I was even warned by Drama and Opinions I was going to lose a lot of. She said when I first was making the video, because I expected to be on her side, she's like, "This is going to bring a lot of heat from you, from Repsion's fan base." And I said, "Doesn't matter. I have a small channel. I really don't. Who cares?" But it wasn't the outcome that we were both expecting, so it kind of went the other way.
And that happens.
No, yeah. So like,
Kat, no, I don't know anything about Repsion or his crew, or I don't know anything about any of these people. So that was why it was me going into it, because I didn't have any preconceived notions of who was what and anything about any discords or anything. I was just trying to look at it as objectively as possible.
Yeah, like we're gonna cover a lot of the Repsion stuff too, like because I'll save it for Thursday.
That's my jam. That's all I do now.
Oh, I know Steve DeLive.
DeLive.
Yeah,
you're gonna have to help people out with that with that spelling, because I thought it was Steve DeLive.
It's catchy though.
Thank you.
I thought Steve DeLive was like hip hop sounding like.
Yes,
it's your boy Steve DeLive.
How would you, Steve? Wait, hold on.
Consider it.
Try this. DeLive it. Right.
Right. You can Steve DeLive it or believe it. Like there's so many different things that you can do with that. I don't believe you. Like you can play with all those different things, but instead what is it? DeLive? That doesn't roll off the tongue at all.
I told Steve, you need to consider it.
Change it. It's literally adding one letter into the name.
Everyone loves it. Chat, do you love it? Do you believe it? Like, come on. It's good.
Right? Because then you add an R to it, and then Steve DeLive it is going to deliver. And like, it's just so many different things that you could do with it. But instead you're Steve DeLive.
Yeah.
I'm just saying though, the record label would make you change it.
Okay, so
I got a shitty record label.
Some pretty fucking garage record label. Okay.
Well, okay, so this, Wes, it's actually been a pleasant conversation with you tonight. I think we are done with Vincent, and honestly, chat, if Vincent comes back in here, I normally don't do this. Just put him on timeout again. I'm if he says something, it whines and cries and nothing, just put him on fucking timeout. You're getting absolutely nowhere with him, and he doesn't want to come on. He just wants to whine and cry like a child from the comment section. I'm personally tired of it because I gave him the open invitation
several times,
denied it for over an hour, and I would not have him anywhere near this channel to give me a tale of Chris Hansen, because there's literally nothing there other than lies, misinformation, and a very sad, pathetic old man trying to make himself not look like an incompetent jackass, which is exactly what he is.
It's probably for the best, because if he would have came on, he probably would have like copyright struck the video.
Yeah, right.
Well, I'm surprised he hasn't done that already and taken the stream down.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be. I would actually personally very much enjoy someone trying to do that to my live stream.
Oh, would me and Aura like that? I think we'd have to hear yelling a lot. And then...
No, yeah, for real. And I can't call loud enough to calm you down.
And it's cathartic to just get it all out at once, though.
But anyway, so guys, Steve, son of a bitch, it's getting to me.
Steve DeLive.
Yeah.
Chris Hansen, believe it or not.
Yeah, I like that. Believe it or not. That's like such a catchy. That's how you close a video.
Yeah.
Believe it, then zoom in on your eyeball or not. I'm already picturing it.
It's great, Steve. Please consider it. Please consider
at least once, dude. Please, just once, do it for Crow and origami.
Please do it for Christmas.
I'll make a video where I'll think of something. Yeah, I'm gonna make merch with that anyways. So
okay, all right. At least
I saw the one with the joint. That the one that
I like that. How come Kyle doesn't respond to me?
Oh, sometimes he tunes into the stream, sometimes he doesn't. Next time he's on, we'll just ask him.
He'll probably pop up.
I'll let you go on your server because I was trying to DM him, but he didn't. He never got back.
He is always on my server.
Yeah, that's why I should probably just talk to him in there.
No, yeah, he's the warden, really. You know, Kayla's the queen. He's the warden. But what do you guys think of Hansen like at least not even pretending to sell, but like endorsing miracle coronavirus solution?
Oh my God.
Hand sanitizer. There you go. I couldn't remember what it was.
Did you were telling me John Swan actually got some money together and bought it?
Yeah. Okay. So what is it? It's just hand sanitizer, right?
No, you don't understand. It's a miracle. This stuff will last on your hands for like 2 weeks and just prevent the coronavirus from ever getting on your skin.
It's like a month, Crow.
What? A month?
A month?
It kills the bacteria that creates coronavirus.
Well, I certainly cannot believe it.
They actually, no, I don't believe it either. They actually said that.
Yeah,
hold on, dude. That's a segment. Believe it or not, and you give 3 things. 2 are real, 1 is not, and you have to tell me which one I'm supposed to believe or not. I'm just saying. But did they actually say that it would stop the germs that cure coronavirus?
Yeah.
That's so highly illegal. Is that on a stream somewhere?
He did a stream with them when the corona breakout was just occurring.
Yeah, when it was fresh.
Yeah, and it was like 2 doctors that totally not scam artists whatsoever. They're like, we have a solution, and it's like hand sanitizer thing, and you put it on your hands, and it doesn't fade away. You know how hand sanitizer just evaporates? It doesn't. It stays there, and even if like you touch things that have like the corona bacteria or whatever on it, if it comes in contact, your skin comes in contact with it, it just kills it.
I can't believe they were able, because I work in health and supplements, and you can't make claims like that without violating rules and regulations. So that's pretty sketch right there. But like, what if someone coughs in your mouth?
Your hands are safe then. You don't have anything on your hands.
I put flea stuff on my cat and my dog, and it soaks into their skin, and they're good for a month. Is it like that? I put a drop behind my neck, and then I'm dab some behind my ears, and then no coronavirus.
Yeah, and then you just you burn. Your flesh just burns for like a good 40 minutes.
I'm good with that though. But then I'm good. No coronavirus. Now that's something I can believe.
Yeah, I believe it or not, my skin is on fucking fire, but I'm corona free.
Okay, I think I see it. It was Dr. Maurizio Miglietta.
Yes.
And Siraj Cigar.
Yes.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna track this fucking video down.
Yeah, I need to see this because I thought it was it took 48 hours to take effect, and then it only lasted for I don't know, a day. And I don't know what I heard. Maybe I was just crazy.
Yeah, we may need to do a Hansen part 2 because we kind of flopped all over the place today.
It was still interesting.
It was productive.
No? Yeah, it was. Okay, hold on.
All right, guys, I got to get out here. I got to take the dog out. And that's not a euphemism for anything. I'm actually taking my literal dog outside.
No, hey, buddy, thank you so much for coming on today.
Yeah, no worries, guys. I'll be watching for you on Thursday. I'm still in contact with Colton and whatnot. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to hit me up.
Nice Crow, ask nicely.
That's why Crow didn't reach out though. Crow knew to have someone someone who was way overly respectful to some dude who's like, well, answer this, dick. Basically.
In fairness, I actually thought Aura would censor some of the things that I had asked.
No, but Aura was real clear. I didn't write none of these. I don't have anything to do with these. I can't endorse this line of questioning.
No, the best part is I copy paste it, and I'm like, I don't think Crow would appreciate me censoring his shit. So I didn't even look at them.
I got it just like that.
I didn't even look at them. I copy and paste it, and I'm like, I know he's probably going to be rude somewhere in here.
No,
right?
it was like I was sitting in an interrogation room, and you were a good cop. You were a good cop. You're like, hey, can I get you a sandwich? Do you want a drink? And he's like, fuck the sandwich and drink. I want to know this.
He eats the sandwich.
Yeah, he's like eating in front of me, just dropping shit on my lap, and he's like, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Can you whoop my ass?
Yeah.
And it just wasn't it wasn't the most pleasant line of questioning that I had seen from someone asking me to answer questions.
It was the way he came back at me. He's like, I wasn't even going to answer any of this shit. I'm like,
yeah, I wasn't.
I was like, what happened?
I wasn't going to, but I did. So
He did.
and if you guys need anything else, let me know. Like I said, I have my lawyer who represented me here in Washington. I have her available if you guys want a second review and you want someone else to review on your end, and see if we get different outcomes. That could be really interesting as well. So just let me know.
Thank you for your time.
No worries, guys. Thanks for having me on.
No problem. Yeah. Thank you for coming.
Take it easy, buddy.
Adios. Gotta do the.
Oh yeah, I always forget.
Always forget too.
I cannot find this anywhere. I have the names of the doctors, but I cannot find this stream from Chris Hansen. I think he
probably deleted it
down,
dude,
because
he got so much heat for that. Yeah,
no, I know he definitely took it down, but I can't even find the people that were originally talking about it.
They probably are in jail right now, getting fucking the solution.
No, I mean, like John Swan did a whole thing about it, right?
No, John Swan fucking paid him the cameo money to fucking accidentally endorse maps.
What?
Or Nick, I think it's the story.
I think it's John Swan.
Really fucked up.
It's either Nick or John Swan. Somebody did that. They fucking paid him a cameo. You pay him $50 and he says whatever you want. Like, oh, this is Chris Hansen here with Steve. Leave it. And then he just leaves, right? God. So, somebody paid him money. I think it was John Swan. Don't quote me on that. I don't know where it is, but he accidentally endorsed or defended maps or some shit. He said something positive about maps. Minor attracted people. Fucking pedophiles. So.
Oh my God. That's so ironic. But
it's hilarious.
Yeah.
Everyone is saying I'm good Crow and you're bad Crow. By the way. Steve is wingman, by the way, in case you guys didn't know that.
Because that's pretty much. I'm a sub.
You're wingman. You're still here. I'm
still here even if you're not needed.
Crow is chaotic good and Aura is lawful good.
That's real cool. I like that. I digs that, Jackie. I digs that. Thank you.
That was good. Okay, so back to Chris Hansen. First off, one of the biggest digs on Chris Hansen I can think of is that for some fucking reason, this man with several years of entertainment experience, got into bed with a psychopath like Vincent. Bro, that's on you.
He's also involved with Slug, dude. There's a pattern there.
Yeah. I was just gonna say,
how is he involved with Slug? Oh my
Slug volunteers. He takes pretty much anyone who can volunteer their services, who pretend or want to be like they know something about computers and shit, right? And then
I put that out in the newspaper, and this is who responded.
Can you delete it? I don't. Okay, that's how it should. Oh man.
No, we gotta get it. It's still live.
He sounds like the ultimate fucking boomer.
I'm just so about it, Steve. You don't even know. I'm so ready for you to just be delete it.
You're so ready for me to just change my name.
And no, at least wear the beanie that says delete it, and I'll just shut the fuck up forever. But other than that, no, Hansen, dude, I'm not gonna lie, I'm totally derailed, and I'm a little bit drained. That was a lot to go over. It's been 2 hours.
It's too bad Vincent.
Oh wait, hold on. I think I found the from a couple days ago with let me get.
Whoa, his lawyer guy was being accused of sexual abuse. Slug is Napoleon Dynamite. Slug is Napoleon Dynamite. That's great.
All right, I think I found the cameo.
Oh, did you?
I think so. It's from John Swan.
Okay. Did you share audio?
Yeah.
I can't hear a thing.
All right, let Let me try one more time.
StreamYard. The best fucking streaming service.
There it goes.
Richard. Chris Hansen here of Hansen versus Predators to catch a predator and have a seat with Chris Hansen. And now, Richard, I'm going to need you to have a seat right over there. You know, we're still climbing out of a pandemic. You're still supposed to be socially distant. I'm getting a disco. Oh, bordering here, oh, bordering there, oh, bordering everywhere. It's a sort of activity that could lead you to meet me in a dark kitchen. Where was this headed? And what am I to make of this? And why can't you play Overwatch? It's all problematic.
Oh my gosh, sorry, this is the wrong one, but this is fucking bizarre.
Yeah, it shows that like he's just like the face, like Wes was saying. You know, he reads a script and then he talks in the same kind of speech patterns, and
I prefer
that's life for Chris Hansen.
You can shove your hand right up his ass and make him talk and dance and do whatever you want.
Yep.
There's stuff. Can I just say, isn't it weird that y'all are going to talk about Wes' video on Thursday? Then here comes Vince, who apparently doxed Wes in a stream about Chris Hansen, and apparently Worm is somehow involved in likes to mess with Colton. Yeah, it's just all, it's fucking...
Dude, it's all
who
connected. It's so
that?
weird.
Kayla said that.
It's all just like
it's like soup.
Together.
It's like soup.
It's
in.
Fucked. Yeah, we're all a part of it now.
I mean, I don't know. If it was easier, it was as easy with Repzilla, because we could have went over his video with him. So, oh well.
Yeah, but like, here's the thing, right?
Yep.
In good faith actor, bad faith actor, I'm willing to give Wes benefit of the doubt on. I'm willing to give Wes benefit of the doubt on a lot of things, right?
Yeah.
Mostly because he came in, he was respectful, he wasn't a dick. He wasn't, but I mean, when we start talking about his video, it wasn't some, I'm right, you guys are idiots. Nothing like that, right? And he even says, certain things that I think are more than fair. That you wouldn't think that you would admit, right?
Yeah.
So I got to say, I do respect all of that. The shit with Repzilla though.
You want to go off?
Oh, what did Repzilla do now?
He didn't do anything now. It's what he didn't do.
Oh, what he didn't do.
Come on, talk to us like a grown adult. Retract his shit.
Well, it's not just that, right? He goes and clips the stream, right?
Yeah.
He was in that chat. Like, this thing really pissed me off about Repzilla in that bullshit situation. It's one thing to say, I'm not going to go on your stream. I'm not going to answer you guys' questions. Fine. At the end of the day, as much as I love our channel, we're small. We're very tiny. We still need help growing and everything. And if you'd like to be a part of that help, all you have to do is like and subscribe on this stream. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, and if you are, just turn on the notification bell. And if you want to support us monetarily so that Origami can get some sandwiches, become a member of the Sandwich Squad on our Patreon, or what I would prefer you do is buy a mug, buy my cute little Crozy mug. Anyways, guys, back into the video.
We are officially commissioning Kat. She is drawing more art for the merch. She's drawing the Crowbro set.
Yes,
you need to pay her.
That shit sounds awesome. I've been waiting for Crowbros.
Yes.
Okay. So. Now here's the thing with Repzilla and why I would never put him on the same level as Wes. Repzilla hopped into our fucking stream.
Yep.
Where that was why his name got brought up in the first place, because he started dropping comments. Our chat started reacting to it. He later he later gets asked by us, right, about and you were there too, Steve, about the interaction that you two had, right? I can't remember if he specifically asked you or if he asked Repzilla, but you explained exactly what you
we weren't talking about him. We weren't talking about him at all. And then he came in, and then, just asked, like, you had a run-in with him. And then I explained exactly what happened. It's not like I under-exaggerated. Then that was pretty much it. We asked him to come on. He didn't come on. I thought that was going to be the end of it. But
no, he said he went to bed and he lied. and he was on Twitter because I saw him tweeting, and I invited him to be on Instagram. Didn't hear nothing. Makes the video, and then I hit him up on Facebook, and he responded, and he shot me down
because he said in his video, "I will respond to all my DMs on Facebook." So he had to do it. He had to, or else he'd be a liar.
So let me go ahead and play this. This is our map video.
Hey everyone, Chris Hansen here of Hansen versus Predators, to catch a predator and have a seat with Chris Hansen. And now I'm going to need you all to have a seat right over there, because I want you to know that the Love All LGBTQ plus support community has some exciting news. Now they've added maps to the collection. I think this is important, and it's important to share this love. So you take care, take advantage of this, the LGBTQ Love All collection. Remember, I'll be watching, and I'll see you soon on the TV and my YouTube channel.
There's nothing in that brain. He's just like, things are done for me. I can talk like this.
It's $50. You know, like he's got nothing to lose.
I don't think he even knew, dude.
$50, Crow will say stuff that you want him to say. Just saying.
Bro, if we had super chats, oh man, that'd be terrible.
I thought, okay, I would change my name for money.
I'd change my name for money. $50 to change it to DeLive. You're too expensive, Steve.
No. It'd be on more than 50. It'd have to be like something crazy.
What? You mean like legally? I don't want you to legally change your name.
No, I'm not saying legally.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Steve, you're too expensive. How much? How much are we talking?
I don't know.
All right,
guys. I would have to be like in the thousands, though.
Crow's about to knock out, so we're probably gonna have to pick up part 2.
We'll actually do more on this.
Yeah.
But okay, so what do we figure out about Chris Hansen? He, for some reason, trusted this Vincent dude.
It could be faked, Cat. It could be faked, but it's still pretty damn funny.
He trusts this Vincent dude to basically run his channel. He's connected to Slug. Specifically, he is like the most unintelligent idiots running up to him saying, I'll do all your computer stuff for free, and then I get to work with Chris Hansen. That's my impersonation of Slug.
Yeah.
Anyways.
You didn't talk
and Vince. Vince is pretty too.
Dude, if you haven't seen stuff, because I think Wes was actually featured in Mr. GG's video about, what's his name? Vince's. You all right? You all right? You look like you're about to fall asleep. Like, boom, any second now.
I am.
So, let's wrap up. Let's wrap up, dude.
Okay, hold on. We got to do the thing. Oh my gosh, I can't even see my keyboard. This is insane.
Yeah, Crow tramp stamps probably later on. Everybody, if you want Crow tramp stamps, let me know so I'll force him to do it.
No.
No.
Maybe if you give me enough money, guys, and you can help by going onto the Patreon and giving us a whole single dollar, one whole dollar, or if you're feeling like a true baller, because we know you exist out there, donate like $2 and become a part of the Aura Sandwich Club. Oh, Mr. Holmesley is actually a part of that Aura Sandwich Club. So is SpongeBob's toe. Ooh.
Cool.
Ooh, well, that just feels special, doesn't it? All right, guys. I am dead. So let me run through you guys' Patreons. We'll be back in tomorrow for the Wacko Wednesday. Then we'll be going into the response to
content co-op.
The content co-op of Westmose's video. And Steve will be there because he has found something that I believe they also believe completely dismantles the entire argument of the video, and also raises some serious questions about Repsion's involvement in this. Anyways, guys, as you can see, these are our lovely patrons. $3 from Mr. Holmesley. Thank you. $1 from Kristen Robinson. I saw the message that you left me on Patreon. I'm going to look into that. So maybe next week we'll probably be able to actually do a stream on it. but I may actually send you a few more follow-up questions for it. $15 for War on Corruption. The man is a true soldier. Respect your service to the channel. And I hope you're okay with the new patron tier reward that you qualify for. Just let me know if there's any issues with it. $1 for Katie Imbro. $3 for SpongeBob's Toe. $3 for Mr. Holmesley. And then just goes and cycles through that same list again.
Crow, quick question. Did you put War, did you put his stuff in our descriptions with everybody else? The Crow crew? Okay, just making sure.
His Facebook plugged.
Good job.
Yep. I remember the things. Guys, our Patreon is actually in the description of this video. $2 from Jonathan Murillo. $1 from Zio Returns. $1 from Origami. $1 from Maria. Beautiful Maria. And of course, we did get the $6 from Ravenous Hound. Ravenous, I apologize. I don't know why your name's not showing up in notifications, but we have your donation and we really appreciate it. That is the end of the video, though, guys.
Thank you all for turning up. Thank you all for staying around. Thanks for putting up with all our bullshit.
We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
DeLive it.
A little slow on the fist bump, but you'll grow into it, sir. You'll grow into it like a
you gotta do it like Johnny Cage, like pa, like there you go.
Yeah, punch your computer screen.
Yeah, break the shit out of it.